Welcome to On the Way to School, your 6-minute daily boost for educators and administrators. I'm Christopher S. Dennis, and today, let's elevate our journey together. Well, good morning, party people. It is Friday. I know for a lot of folks, this is the best day of the week, a favorite day of the week for folks. So congratulations on your favorite day. I want to give a happy anniversary shout out to my wife, Shanet. It's our 16th wedding anniversary, and we got forever to go. So we're gonna have a great time tonight. So I need to get to work and make sure I get home at a decent hour so we can go just spend some time together. So I'm looking forward to that. And if you hear some interesting sounds on the back end, it is trash day in my neighborhood. So I never knew how loud the trucks were until I tried to record something. So, but we are forever grateful for the work that everybody in waste management does to make sure that, we get to get some things out of the house. So as I get some text messages going off from the family, also my daughter is finishing her nursing clinicals today. So it's a party all around in our house. So excited for that. And I hope that all of you are having some celebrations and some good news too. So building on yesterday's episode of being mission driven, I wanted to talk a little bit about what happens when there's pushback against initiatives or things that you are rolling out. And particularly in this climate that we're in, once again, we're in an election cycle. We are still dealing with lots of world trauma and things that people care very deeply about. For some people, they will use the language of political speak, political activism. For some people, it's deeply humanitarian. For most people, it's an aspect of identity. So we do not want to dismiss anybody's perspective. However, we do need to understand what are our responsibilities as school representatives as we uphold standards and policies and boundaries on various things. So without being specific on any one initiative, we can still have a broad conversation around pushback. And I have 3 things that I think are helpful in just acknowledging the realities of pushback, right? The first one is you should expect it. You should expect it in all things. If you tell your toddler to eat the vegetables before they get the sweets, you're going to get some pushback. If you want to roll out a new curricular initiative and you didn't get the buy-in or a collaborative kind of feedback, you're probably going to get some pushback. So my first recommendation is to expect it. Expect it. You're not getting around it, and prepare for it. So expect it and prepare for it, because things are hard for a reason. When you're changing something, it is very unfamiliar. And people want to try to wrap their heads around it, and they want to make sure that you have actually prepared for them, right? They want to know that you've taken their experiences seriously just as much as you've taken your own. Okay, so expect it. Things are hard for a reason. And in some cases, when people are pushing back on the unfamiliar, it is about power. It is because they feel like there is a leveraging or a misalignment or an upsetting of the existing power dynamic, and they do not want that to happen. So when we think about equity initiatives, social justice, and things of that nature, when we are holding folks accountable or trying to have a conversation about equitable practices, the pushback comes in the form of all types of things, but at the end of the day, it could quite honestly just be about, I don't want to lose power. I don't want to be in the position of having to learn something and be uncomfortable. Okay. The second thing, when experiencing pushback or preparing for it, make sure you've got some common language that you consistently are able to refer back to and make it digestible. All right. If it's 5 sentences, that's hard for someone who's not an expert or who hasn't studied up on it to be able to explain it to another person or to be able to check in with themselves to make sure they got it. Okay. So what is the common language you're using for the initiative or the policy or the reminder you're pushing out? Make it digestible. Okay. And third, be an echo. All right. Say it, say it, say it. say it again, say it again. Because it has to become so normalized that the policy, the philosophy that you are introducing, it needs to be almost boring to a point where people understand what you're saying, they actually connect to it, and they can move forward with being assured that it's not here to hurt or harm them. Okay. I had a colleague, Dr. Leslie Schneider, when we worked together at Scripps. She said, everybody knows what's going to happen in Chris's meeting because he spent so much time before the meeting telling everybody what the meeting was about to be about. And I would walk around with a policy binder under my arm. But that was a huge compliment because that meant I laid the foundation to make sure folks were ready and we could have a conversation in the room without anyone being unprepared, being unfamiliar, or feeling like there was a power shift coming. So I made it digestible, kept saying it and say it again. And actually, I do need to do more of that. I do need to do more of the pre-meeting kind of campaigning to help people know what's coming and just let folks in a little bit before just making kind of sweeping introductions of different things. So that's one of my goals for the year, that and some severe follow-up. I want to make sure folks know that I'm here to circle back with them. So again, when dealing with pushback, my suggestions are expect it, have common language, and be an echo. So I hope that's something that can help you on your way to school this Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, folks. Thanks for joining me on the way to school. Stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep making a difference. I'm Christopher S. Dennis. See you tomorrow.